But why do you even care? If you're anything like me and you click on this video, it's probably because you know that cosmetics and body washes and all those products, those cheap products, are not the best thing for you. Just download any cosmetic rating app and view the ingredients. It's almost guaranteed that your body wash is fucked up. There is a lot of chemicals, cheap chemicals, because the word now is come to this, like, how cheap can I make my product, okay? And that's why I hate like big companies that kind of fucks with your health for its profit. I hate that, to be honest. I don't like the way things are going now. Like, I want to make this product as cheap as possible. I'm gonna make ads and promote it so that people buy that. It's awful, okay? I don't like that. I hate this behavior of big companies that just take advantage of people's minds and just bombard them with these fucking weird chemicals that don't make sense. They're not good for you. They don't feel even right. When I tried making my own body wash, I was flabbergasted, okay? When I used it, I dried off and everything. My skin was like so thankful. It was literally like so elastic, and it was in the best condition. It was ever been. It was in its best condition ever. I don't know. It's just mind blowing to me. So that's the moment I stopped using any commercial, industrial, cosmetic and body wash in particular, because that's the topic of this video. And yeah, I hope with this video to share a bit of knowledge of my experience with making soaps, and yeah, it's easier than you think, and you will avoid a lot of estrogenic substances and have your testosterone a bit higher. Because if you're not aware of this, yes, there are like compounds that interfere with your endocrine system. They're called endocrine disruptors, and there is a lot of them in cosmetics. So I want you to like download any app. In the last video I told you about Yuka. It was this, I'm not sponsored or anything. I don't have any subscriber. How can I be sponsored? But you can download that and check your cosmetics and see what's inside of them. And there will probably be an endocrine disruptor. And if you don't have that, you probably will have an irritant or a potential cancerogenic, or like how do you call those, like allergenics. So my promise is that if you try my methods and you do it right, you will probably never go back to cosmetics. It feels that nice. Just mix honey and oil, same amounts. I'm talking about weight. You can also skip the weight part. You can eyeball it, doesn't matter. But I use weight for consistency, since I'm like running some tests, and I'm trying to experiment like the best ratios and all of that stuff. But yeah, roughly the same weight of honey and oil. Any like fat for that matter. I use olive oil just because that's the more abundant fat in my house. If you have coconut oil, that's fine. I also use sometimes coconut oil or any fat, okay? Don't use maybe like butter, because that's a bit it smells a bit, okay? It's not like pure fat. I've tried like using heavy cream once I didn't have like coconut milk. I've tried using coconut milk because that's actually quite nourishing. But yeah, I've tried using heavy cream. I don't advise that, because it like the smell of the milk sticks and it doesn't smell good. So yeah, any pure fat will do. And that's it. You can mix them in a glass, or you can mix them with a mixer, which is the thing I'm doing in this video. But you can also take like an immersion blender and blend it that way. To be honest, you can put it in a jar and just shake it. It will be fine. There is also one more additional thing you can do to add a little bit of smell, of fragrance to your body wash, and that's essential oils. You can add essential oils to your mix, and it will kind of have a fresh smell for the amount of time it will stick to your skin, which is about like 3 to 4 hours. It will then like fade away. It's not like that manufacturer chemicals that sticks to your skin and manages to stick around for more than a day. That doesn't happen with like natural products, but that is fine. I'm currently like working on ways to make like a kind of safe perfumes, if that makes sense. So I update you on that. So yeah, just mix those ingredients and you have yourself the first body wash. The only problem is that this method does not emulsify the two ingredients. This means that every time you use the product, you will have to shake the glass or the container that you put your body wash in, because you can see that like the two ingredients over time will separate. This is due to the lack of emulsifying agents. It's what they put in cosmetics, which is actually not that bad. It's not dangerous. Like, emulsionants are fine to have in a cosmetic. And I've gone without emulsifying agents for months. I've always like just shook the jar before using it, and I just went on with that for a lot of time. But now like I've bought on Amazon some, you know, the xanthan gum. It's like this powder that you can put in your food, in your cosmetics, in everything. It will like emulsify the two things. So you can, if you want, you can do that. Okay, so this is a fine solution if you ask me. It's pretty easy to make. I'm pretty sure you have honey and some kind of olive oil in your house, but where can you store it? So I usually do it in a jar, in a glass jar. You want to avoid plastic, to be honest, like it's the whole point, you know, to avoid estrogenics, and plastic has estrogenics, so yeah, just use a glass jar.
So the only drawback about this method is that it has really bad emulsifying properties, so it stays always separated. Every time you use it, you have to shake it very, very thoroughly. And if you don't want to buy like any emulsifying agents like I did, it completely makes sense. And to be honest, like myself, I like to keep things simple as possible. So that's why I'm currently trying to find an emulsifying agent that you can buy at the store. Maybe like some kind of animal-derived emulsifying agent, like maybe gelatin, that could work. But yeah, I will update you on that.
So the second method is kind of the go-to. I think it's way better. You cannot buy this shit. It will, like, even if I made a product to sell with this method, I would not be able to sell it, simply because there is aloe vera. The problem with aloe vera gel, if you don't use any like preservative or chemicals, it will like start to rot in about a week or two. Okay, so you basically make it and you finish it before like the 2 weeks mark, because it will start to like, I don't know, kind of ferment. You can smell like the thing that is happening. I don't know how, but it kind of smells like yeast. So for this method, you use the proportions 1:2 of oil, aloe vera, and honey. So you put the same amounts of oil and aloe vera, and then you add double the weight of honey. So that's for example 30 grams of oil, 30 grams of aloe vera, and 60 grams of honey. You can also put some essential oils here, same thing as before. By the way, here is how I cut up aloe vera. You kind of remove the edges, you take off the flat side, and then you can spoon all the gel out. Okay, I don't know why, but these ingredients just add so much. When you try to like extract the gel, you already will know what I'm talking about, because it sticks so much to your skin. It's just so like hard to get off, and that's what I think makes for the best body wash you can make. That's just the go-to ingredients. It's natural, it's gel. I think it's the best ingredient you can have in your body wash. I could be here and tell you about like, oh, there is like aloe vera benefits on your skin, and to be honest, I don't believe in that shit. I just try like ingredients and see how it feels on my skin, and yes, aloe vera feels the best. This is a better version of the first one, I think, because the aloe vera gel acts as an emulsifier. Not a strong emulsifier, but it still emulsifies a bit. But eventually it will separate. So this method is kind of harder to achieve, because if you don't have an aloe vera plant, you will not be able to do this. Oh, and keep in mind, if you go to the store and buy like the aloe vera gel bottles, they will suck. They will just be like aloe vera flavored water. It would have some fiber, but it is certainly not a gel. Complete bullshit. If you want the real thing, just get the plant and cut it off. So there are actually more recipes. I just gave you what I think are the most straightforward. Okay, so the second method is a bit better, but it will last just a few weeks. This is my experience, by the way, so it maybe will last longer for you. One more thing I'd like to emphasize is that you don't have to be super aware of proportions. This goes also for the first method, but yeah, I said you have to use the 1:2 ratio, but you can actually just add more oil or more honey. You don't have to be extremely accurate. Like the whole point of this channel is make things easy, and I don't want to make you think that things have to be done in a certain way. That's something I really want people to understand. If you want to like talk with me about this stuff, maybe you want to like ask me some more questions, feel free to like email me or write me on Discord. I don't know, maybe I can tell you about the other methods I've not mentioned here.